Eyes wide, hearts race, grotesque past, shadows near, appointed with fear. Disappear, disappear, fears embrace. Eyes wide, hearts race, grotesque past, shadows near, appointed with fear. Disappear, disappear. Evil laughs, bloody might, old and new, pure terror sight, keeps with you, truth unveils, endless dread, no veil. Friday night, fears embrace, eyes wide, hearts race, grotesque past, shadows near, appointed with fear, disappear, disappear.
Crikey, that ended quickly, didn't it? Hey up, it's Steve from the Old Yorkshire Geek. It was a short trailer, I didn't have much footage to use. But anyway, hey up, it's Steve from the Old Yorkshire Geek. Welcome to episode 158, 15T8, whatever, of Friday Night Appointment with Fear at Christmas, and this week we're doing The Children. We're reviewing and breaking down The Children, which is available to watch for free on YouTube. I've put a link in the description for that. So anyway, so that's what we're going to do from 2008, a British festive horror film. It's set set in between Christmas and New Year. That's when it's set, and it's really, really good. I've watched it today, obviously, and it's as good as I thought. I've seen it a few times, but every time I forget how good it actually is. It reminds me of James Herbert's books, like The Rats and The Fog. Particularly The Fog. It's that sort of gives me that sort of feel. Does this film? But anyway. Windgrace believes that they are our future. Not in this film, they're not. But anyway, before we start, don't forget to like and subscribe, share the videos, drop a comment, hit the notification bell if you're subscribed already. We're live on YouTube and we're live on Rumble, and I hope we're live on Twitch. Don't know why I keep doing Twitch. Because it won't let me access my stuff on Twitch. It says I've got to verify my age, and I can't be bothered going through that rigmarole. So I'm just guessing that we're live on Twitch. Hopefully. Justin's here. He says, hello everybody, hope everyone is well. Won't be here the whole time, have family stuff to do. That's fine, but wanted to say hello. Go and deal with your family. Justin. Thank you. Oh, and it's given me a $5 super sticker as well. There it is. But it don't show us what it is. Hang on, let me check. What is it? It's a Japanese karate cat, fox. One of them little Japanese dogs, whatever. It's one of them. Cool. Thank you very much, Justin. Thank you very much. That's hugely appreciated. Where were we? Yes. Explore the description for links for stuff like merch and my books. Oh, they're underneath stuff. I'll get them out. Just bear with me. Just move these Christmas cards out of the way. I'm so disorganised. My books, Silent Predator, short horror novella about genetically engineered big cats eating people in a North Yorkshire village. Oh, pardon me. I may be burpy tonight, by the way. I've been a bit iffy all day, and I'm starting to get better now, but I'm still a bit burpy. I've eaten something I ordered last night from the takeaway, and it's disagreeing with me. Anyway, Mercury Rapids, light-hearted sci-fi action-adventure about UFOs and stuff. Bit of fun. Amazon Kindle and paperback. Look, they've got words in and everything. Look, their words look cool. No pictures, I'm afraid. Right, put my Christmas cards back. What else? Explore the description, yes. For links for, as I said, merch and my books, and my other websites, oldyorkshiregeek.co.uk, mercuryrapids.co.uk, .com also works, I think. What else? My channels, my music channel, and my other channel. The links are in the description. Like my miscellaneous channel. It wasn't my original channel. My original channel got taken down by YouTube, and I can't even remember why. But it was the one I set up after that, before I became that old Yorkshire geek. But anyway, what else? And become a member, and you get early access videos and exclusive videos if I ever get around to doing anything again. But you will, so you can become a member like me top members, such as Windgrace, Justin, who's just given me a $5, and Michael, who's just rejoined, and Adam Gamer, who does live gaming streams. We were doing Tomb Raider last night. I'm dying a lot. But anyway, I think he was doing it on purpose. I think he just wanted to see Lara spiked. But anyway, Windgrace says, before you became an international superstar, yes, intergalactic superstar, no doubt. Hopefully. Anywho, right, so let's get on with this flick, shall we? Obviously not going to watch it, because even though it's free to watch on YouTube, if I just played the film, YouTube would still stop the stream, because, whatever. But we're going to go through it in a series of stills. I'll try and glean what I have learned from the special features, which is on the DVD, Not bad, behind the scenes featurettes and stuff like that. There's no commentary, I'm afraid, but anyway. Intergalactic, planetary, intergalactic. Is that from a lyric? It sounds like it's from a song. I don't know. But anyway, we'll go through it in a series of stills and all that stuff. Right, so I'll put myself down in the corner. I shall do that. And down I go in the corner, and we shall begin. I've forgotten. Which one is it? Is it that one? Yeah. I'm going to get rid of some of my settings down below that you can't see. I've got like loads of settings for where to put things, like like that and that and I've forgot what it is again. Is that one right? I need to get rid of some of them. Some of them I never use. Anyway, right. So add it to the screen, and off we go. Off we jolly well go. Justin says, is it Beastie Boys? Right, fair. I've never been really into Beastie Boys. The only Beastie Boys song I know is, Fight for the Right to Party. That's the only Beastie Boys song I know. I was never into them. They kind of got on my nerves, did the Beastie Boys. But anyway. It's a sabotage. Oh, right, okay. Maybe I might know that one as well. If I heard it, I'd probably say, oh, yeah, that one. Right, off we go. Vertigo Films. Are we going? Yes, we're off. Vertigo Films, blah, blah, blah. A Vertigo Films production. We've got credits and stuff. We begin in some woods. There they are. This, as I said, it's a British film. It came out in 2008. And Melvin's here. Quest with a £5 super sticker. Thank you, Melvin. I'm going to have to check over here now, see what it is. It's somebody going, incredible. Don't know why it doesn't show up on StreamYards, but thank you very much. Quest RRC, go and subscribe to his channel as well. Thank you very much. I know at least 2 or 3. Yes, they were in JJ Trek films, weren't they? Yeah, but I won't be able to name. Anywho, yes, it has. It has been a while. I've kind of been worried about you, to be completely honest. What the hell was that? Did you hear that? I think it was some noises outside. Maybe it's Melvin outside, tooting his horn because he wants to come in. The weather's horrible today. Anyway, where were we? We're in the woods, right? We're in the woods at the beginning of this film. As I said, British film. Shut up, noisy. Somebody outside tooting their horn. It filmed in is it Warwickshire? I've forgotten already. I've looked. Yes, Warwickshire. In Alcester. I think that's how I pronounced it. Or it could be Ulster. I don't know. We're British. We have weird pronunciations. But it was filmed in Warwickshire. And I presume it was filmed in winter. Because, as I said, it's set between Christmas and New Year. So we have a bit of snow. I can't remember last time we had snow in the festive period, but anyway, 2008 according to this. But we're not seeing any snow there, but we do see some snow soon. And then we've got to see, a bit of frost and some is it like fungus and stuff? Because it leaves it up in the air why these kids are turning the way they do. It's about killer kids, by the way. But there we go, we're seeing a bit of frost and stuff. And I presume it was filmed in winter because it looks like it, doesn't it? Right, so here we are. We see, we should see a car driving. There it is. A good old Volvo 740 series. Quest says, I finally got a car, but I'm in Wiltshire. Not me, I promise. Cool, got a car. But it's hang on. We got a good snow 2 days ago. We're still white from it here. Yeah, one of my Facebook friends. Can you hear that? Somebody tooting their horn out there. Melvin, shut up. One of my Facebook friends called Scott, not called Josh, he's called Scott, posted today minus, I've forgotten what he said it was, minus 22 Celsius, which I can't remember what it is in Fahrenheit, but that's blooming cold. And he's roughly he's over on the East Coast, generally in Windgrace's area, I think. He may be in Pennsylvania, I'm not sure. I know Windgrace isn't in Pennsylvania, but anyway. It's just cold and wet here at the moment in Yorkshire, and windy. But anywho, but it didn't stop the Amazon man coming today. I know I'm getting distracted. I'm supposed to be doing this film, but I ordered something from Amazon today at tea time. Some games and stuff. I hope he's not listening. He can't hear me. Some games and stuff for my son for Christmas, and they arrived 3 hours later. Blooming hell, Amazon! I wouldn't even, if it was something I was bothered about getting quickly, it wouldn't have come quickly, would it? But anywho, Winggrace was born in Pennsylvania epochs ago because, as we know, Winggrace is a pan-dimensional mega being of infinite age. Ish. But anyway, right, where were we? Oh, wow, this Volvo's driving. There we go. So we're going to meet some of the cast. There's Hannah Toynton. It's okay, guys. She was 21 when this film came out, so it's okay. Don't feel guilty, because she's kind of hot, I must admit. I think she's playing like a 16-year-old or something like that. She's playing Casey, who's kind of the main character, although she's not top billing. It's not showing any others. We're here in a family. All the family are in the car with her. She's got a sister and a brother. I think the half-sister and half-brother. Her mother is called Elaine or Laney. And I think she had Casey when she was young. Because she does say later on that she's an abortion that failed. So I think it might have been a mistake. But anyway, whatever. So she's got an attitude. Anyway, and I think Elaine married another chap, not Casey's father. Anywho, right, called Jonah. Right, so they're arriving. Here they are. They're arriving at Elaine's sister's house, which is called, I've forgotten, Cook Hill Priory in real life. This is where it was filmed, in Alcester, I don't know how to pronounce it, in Warwickshire. There's a nice little behind the scenes on the DVD about the family that actually lived there. You know, they're all frightfully posh, but they were amazed because they let them film inside as well. You know, no studio work. It's all on location, and they said they didn't recognise their own house when they came in. But anyway, right. So here they come. They're arriving. So a nice little scene where families greeting each other. Here they are. Yay! That's this is Elaine. See if we can get it not blurry. Whatever. That's Elaine meeting her sister. She's played by, and I've forgotten her name. I will have to look because I'm an idiot. Eva Berthistle, who I've not seen in anything else. I'm sure she's done loads of stuff, but she reminds me of Sean's girlfriend in Shaun of the Dead. Can't remember who played her either. I should have looked it up and I forgot. But she's not. She does. She does look like her. But anyway, she's meeting her sister, who I think is called Chloe. I'm not sure. I've forgotten all the bloody names. I've seen this film loads of times. Yes, her sister's called Chloe. And her husband's called Robbie. And they're quite rich, obviously. I think he works in the city. But anyway, so they're all greeting each other. They're all happy to see each other. That's Robbie, that's Jonah, that's Elaine's husband, that's Chloe's husband. Here's the kids. Don't ask me their names either. There's Casey, as I said, looking kind of hot. But oh, pardon me. So she's got a sister called something. I've forgotten. Miranda, and a brother called Paulie. And I think them two kids are Jonah's kids. And the cousins, or whatever you want to call them, Chloe's kids are called Leah and Nikki. So there we go. That's Nikki. Right, so just got that out of the way. So they're all meeting, all happy families. Yeah, they're all happy families. But Paulie doesn't look well. Gets out of the car and he's not looking well. Saying he doesn't feel well. And he throws up in a minute after they're all done greeting each other. There he is. Paul is not looking well. He's got one of them little xylophone things and he keeps banging on that. But he throws up in a minute. She's here talking to Casey saying, "No, come on, it'll be fun." Because Casey wanted to go to a party with her friends, but she's not being allowed. So she's saying, "Come on, mouse." She calls her mouse. That's her nickname. It'll be fun. It's only a couple of days. But then little Paulie throws up. So this is the beginning. This is the clue that he's ill, throwing up. And so we're never told what it is. I've got a feeling. I don't know if it's something, because we saw like funguses and stuff in the woods and that, and I don't know if there's like spores in the air that's affecting the kids. But he's ill straight away. They think it's motion sickness, travel sickness. But I think it's Jonah, because it's something to do. I don't know, but it's something to do with traditional Chinese medicine. So I think he's been giving his kids stuff from China. So this is prescient. It's like 11 years before, or whatever, 12 years before COVID. But anyway, I think he's given them something and it's made them ill. But we're never told. As I said, that's why it reminds me kind of like a James Herbert story, where just something happens, the kids go mad and start killing people. But anyway. Right, so here we go. They're all having fun and stuff like that. She's bored, blah, blah, blah. Happy families. This goes on for quite a while. It's a bit boring, but, they're all having fun. But, like I say, little Paulie's not feeling well. Here he is. He's wanting attention. And his dad picks him up. Hang on, I've missed it. I've gone past it. And he's playing with him. Oh, I've gone too far. And this is, like I say, this is the first sign that something's up. And little Paulie gives him a crack round the face. There we go. So they get violent for some reason. We don't know why. But they do. Anyway, so there we see some frog spawn for some reason. Don't know why, but it's there. Photos. They're all having fun. Putting the kids to bed. Here we go. Little Paulie's not feeling well. And the other kids. Oh, she comes down. That's Leah. She's kind of got a weird face. All the kids are really good at acting, like psycho. But anyway, that's the cat called Jinxie. Spoilers: that cat doesn't last very long in this film. There was a deleted scene where it showed what happened to the cat, but they didn't bother with it. And later on in the film, we just see its collar hung up somewhere. So one of the kids kills this cat, but we never find out what happens to it in the finished film. Anyway, so they're all talking away, blah blah blah, boring. That's Miranda. She's not gone to bed. She's the second oldest of the kids, so that's why she's up a bit later. But anyway, so we learn also that their mother, Chloe and Elaine's mother, Chloe decided not to invite their mother to this shindig that they're having, because apparently, I don't know, they don't really get on with her for some reason. I don't know, or she's maybe bossy, I don't know, but you never see the mother, but she is mentioned. Anyway, right, here comes Leah. She's saying Paul is scaring her. So this is the start that something's up with the kids, particularly Paulie. But anyway, so they take the kids up and they see the kids playing and all that. And little Leah starts coughing. There you go. And she coughs something onto her hand and she wipes it onto her pillow. And there we see there it's some kind of mucus. So she's got it, whatever Paulie had. And then we see, a bit of frosty wood. All the snow in this film were made for the film. I don't think it wasn't snowy when they made the film, so they've got like snow machines out and stuff like that. Anyway, she's Robbie's taken Casey out to where this wood pile is, because that's where she can get a signal for her phone, because she wants to contact her friend who's going to meet her. So are they going to go to a party? I don't know, but she says she's going to meet her the next day. But anyway, so she leaves a message. She hears a noise. We hear the cat. I don't know if we see anything. I don't know. No, we don't. I don't think we see anything, do we? But she hears the cat. He says, Jinxie! But we don't see what happens to it. But they kind of linger linger on the woods for some reason. I expected to see like glinting eyes, but you don't see anything. Anyway, Chloe's putting the empty bottles out. How much have they drunk? Look at it all. All these empty bottles out near the bin. Tell these alcoholics. But anyway, so here we go. Right, so they're getting ready for bed. Is Robbie and Elaine, and they're going to get down to it. Chloe's the good mother, by the way, who kind of looks down a little bit on her sister, although they do love each other, but there is a kind of animosity that comes out later on because of Elaine having, I've got her name already, Casey, like, at a young age. But Chloe's like the perfect mother, giving kids gold stars and all that stuff. She's, Mrs. Perfect. Everything's got to be just so and all that. So here we go. So we're seeing the kids. And it's showing the mucus mark on the pillow, and then we cut to, like, there we go, bacteria, just to show us what's going on. That they've got some sort of disease. Then it cuts them, and then everybody's asleep all through the house. Not a thing was stirring, apart from Psycho Paulie, who's just stood staring at his parents in a scary way. But luckily, nothing happens. I wonder if they put, like, when they did the casting calls, do your kids look like a psycho? Bring them in. We'll give him a screen test, and he won. Right, next day, they're all out having fun in the snow. Apart from Paulie, who's kind of looking miserable. Everyone's having a snowball fight. He's busy. He's playing with his xylophone, and all the other kids are playing. They're having a snowball fight and sliding down the hill on sledges. Oh, pardon me, it's already be burpy. Sliding down the hill on sledges and stuff. All fun and games. Apparently no adults are allowed in that tent. It's just for the kids. As they say that. No adults allowed in here. Showing a shot of this little cart, which will have an important role shortly. Casey's got through to her mate Lucy. That's where we learn that she's going to arrive at 2 o'clock. Either that day or the next day. I can't remember which. But Anyway, it's all going to kick off soon. That's the inside of the tent, and we see that all the other kids have started coughing now. So they're all starting to get ill, and they end up getting like blisters and stuff on them, and to show that there's something affecting them. But anyway, but all the adults are oblivious to this. That's a nice turkey, isn't it? She's got there. We're not having turkey this year for our Christmas dinner. But never mind. Right, so I think they're all talking about, there we go, the mother. But anyway. Right, so, yes, Jonah wants to talk to Robbie about this thing that he's got planned for something to do. As I said, he's into Chinese medicine. So he wants to do something with Chinese medicine, and he's got his files there, and he wants to show them to Robbie, maybe for, I don't know, financing or something, I don't know. But anyway, so there. So he's going to show himself. Check this out. So we're going to show him all about this. And there we go. Ingredients from China. So I'm thinking he's given something to the kids. It's like a traditional remedy or whatever, Chinese remedy, and it's made them go bonkers. Well, Paulie anyway, but he's spreading it to the other kids. That's what I think's happened. But it's left up in the air, particularly by the end, I must admit. So maybe there's just something going round. But today was talking about there's lots of viruses going round all the time, new ones that are always spreading. So it's just little bit of foreshadowing or explanations about what's going on. Quest says, the scene of the bacteria needed a narration by Orson Welles, Sir Cedric Hardwicke, yes, or Morgan Freeman, like the War of the Worlds one, yes. But these bacteria aren't saving us like the ones in War of the Worlds. But these are the ones that are turning kids crazy. Anyway, so he's showing him the stuff. But then we see that somebody's been drawing. Hang on, is it going to show us? There we go. Somebody's taken his work and drawn all over it. One of the kids. We don't know which one. He looks up at. I think he suspects it's Casey, but don't know. Don't know. Anyway, Paulie gives this a shove. You can see the string on it. Look, because they're pulling it. Look. You didn't see that. Gives that sled or sledge. What's the difference between a sledge and a sled? Don't know. A shove, and down it comes as Chloe comes out with hot drinks, and it hits her. Don't you know? It's not bad. She just gets knocked, and she tips all the hot drinks, tea, I imagine, all over Jonah, who's not very happy. Yes, give the children white hair and telekinesis. It's a bit like that, but with more gore in it. But they haven't got telekinesis. It's not like Village of the Damned, which is an amazing film. The original, not the John Carpenter one, which I'm not a fan of. Anywho, right, where were we? So, Jonah's not happy with little Paulie, so he's going to give him a good hiding, as we see in a minute. Hang on, it's showing it there. Hang on. I missed it. He's going to give him a good hiding. We see him look good. Giving him a smack bottom, and they say, "We don't hit kids here." But anyway, right. So then we get lots of looks from the kids. We know that something's gonna kick off before very long, because they're just staring blankly at the kids. I think she's the last to be affected, because she's the oldest. Which leads to the end of the film. Kind of leaves it on a bit of a cliffhanger at the end. Spoilers. Anyway, meanwhile, Robbie's having a talk in the greenhouse, and Casey comes along. She wants some as well. And this is where we learn she's got a tattoo by her belly button. There it is. A tattoo of a fetus. There we go. Because she says she's the abortion that failed or whatever. So maybe Elaine went for an abortion and it didn't work or whatever. But there you go, the abortion that got away. But anyway. Right, so they're all out looking for the kids. And it's time for dinner. So they're all having their dinner. Like a Christmas dinner, but as I said, I think it's set like 2 or 3 days before New Year's. But the kids are starting to have these flashes in their minds. It's what's showing us, like a doll with blood on it and stuff like that. But anyway, so they're all eating, and but I forgot her name already. Melinda? I don't know. I probably got that wrong. Miranda. There we go. I should remember that, shouldn't I? Miranda. Doesn't want to eat her food because she's not feeling very well. So Chloe decides she's going to help and say, "Come on, eat your peas." In a minute. Chloe also grasses up Casey's tattoo because her parents, Elaine and Jonah, don't know that she's had a tattoo. And Chloe says, "Oh, that's a nice tattoo," and so she has to show them. But she doesn't really get into trouble, really. But anyway. She don't want to. Miranda doesn't want to eat anything, so Chloe comes along, the perfect mother, saying, "Come on, eat some peas," and Miranda freaks out. There we go, and scratches her face and starts screaming, which kind of affects me a bit because I've seen this. This is like a very, kind of like an autistic kid, just stood screaming. I've been through that. But, and all the other kids start screaming and freaking out, so they get all the kids outside while they tidy up. And so Robbie's looking after them, and Casey, and Elaine's dealing with Chloe. She's not badly hurt. Hannah Taunton was in the 2022 version of the Midwich Cuckoos 2. I've not seen that one. That was the Sky one. I don't think I've seen it. Or I might have started watching it and I thought it was crap. So I stopped watching it. I think I did start watching it and it wasn't very good. It kind of got on my nerves. But But anyway, so the kids are outside being occupied. She's off into the woods to phone her friend or whatever. Is Casey, so that just leaves Robbie by himself with the kids. Miranda's upstairs with Jonah. She's kind of freaking out still as well. He's trying to calm her down. Anyway, Robbie decides he's going to go on the sled, to make the kids laugh. Hey, look at me going down the hill on the sled. And they're looking like, oh, something's going to happen. But then, I think it's... I forgot his name. I forgot the names of the kids. Nicky. Nicky drags that... that cart across, and we see that it's got a gardening implement on it. Hang on, I've gone too far. Oh, she falls over for no reason. I don't know what the point of showing that one. Just Casey, but I don't know. I thought she was going to find the cat or something like that, the dead cat, but she doesn't. She just fell over. But off she goes, and hang on, I've missed it, I think. Where are we? Have I missed it? Have I gone past it? Oh, let's go back again. There we go. So he's heading towards this cart, and we see that it's got, there we go, gardening implement on. Doesn't show him hit it, but obviously he hits that. And then we hear screaming, all the kids are screaming, so they all go running out, and they see that Robbie's really badly hurt, and he's all covered in blood. Casey goes running over there, he's all covered in blood, he's obviously in shock and shaking, and part of his head comes off in a minute. But Chloe goes running out, and she says, oh God, hang on, let's see if we can see it. They're going to show it. She's like cradling him, and part of his head comes off. Here we go. There you go. Ah! And all blood comes oozing out. But obviously he's not well, so the phone an ambulance. There we go, an ambulance please. But because of the snow and that, it'll take him a long time to get there. But anyway, all the kids are still freaking out. It's going to be half an hour. And in the meantime, Jonah had been in the kitchen with Paulie, trying to calm him down, and Paulie picked up a knife and slashed him with a knife. That's why he's bleeding there. So we can see here that Casey's starting to realise there's something wrong with the kids, but all the other adults are like too busy trying to deal with the situation and think about, is something up with the kids, but we can see that she's realising there's something wrong. Anyway, they think Robbie dies here because he must stop breathing or something, but he comes back later. But so she comes out and says, no, they're all, oh no. And that's after this bit actually got to me a little bit, because she's wanting her kids, and then poor lady's saying, I don't know what to do. And I thought, that'd be me. That'd be how I would react. I'd react in such a situation. I don't know what to do. And I'd be panicking. I'm useless. Anyway, so I think Casey goes off looking for... I think Casey and Jonah, go off maybe, looking for the kids, because they've run off into the woods for some reason. So they go looking for them. Oh, she's telling them that she was going to go meet her friend up the road. I think they do actually arrive to her friends, but we might see them at the end, spoilers. But I'm not sure, it doesn't tell us. But we see some other kids, or young people, at the end. So they're going to go off looking for the kids. Sorry for that, I'm really loud with the keyboard. I'm sorry, I don't have to hit it like it's a bloody... I'm using a sledgehammer. There she is on the phone to her friend. Where are you? But then she finds one of the kids. I think it's Leah. And we hear that she's either crying or laughing. Can't really tell. But she's doing something. We don't really see what she's doing, but it's obviously something not nice, because Casey's... Oh, pardon me. Casey's shocked and horrified, see, by that look on her face. As I said, guys, don't worry about it. She was 21 when this came out, so don't feel guilty. Because she's very hot, I must admit. I think she is, anyway. Right, so there's Jonah. He's going to see his daughter, Miranda. She's all like, Daddy, I'm scared. I thought Casey were going to hurt me, or something like that. She said something like that. He said, what's happened to Uncle Robbie? And he's about to tell her, but don't get a chance. Or maybe he does, I don't know, but we cut away. Obviously, they leave Robbie there because on the phone they told her to, just leave him where he is. She said, we can't leave him here. So we told us not to move him. But they think he's dead. So he's on the phone now. Is Jonah to the emergency services? They haven't arrived yet. They're going to be another hour because of the bad weather. Because they're in the middle of nowhere. So I imagine the country roads haven't been cleared. It's not exactly 12-foot deep snow drifts, is it? But never mind. By the way, I did notice that little pictures on the cupboards. I love Mummy and Daddy. Little monsters. But anyway, she goes out to. I think she's got something to cover up Robbie with in her hand. She put a coat on him. He's not there anymore. Obviously, one of the kids has put him on that cart and dragged him off, or on a sled or whatever, and dragged him off because he's not there anymore. Hey, it's the UK, like just enough snow stops everything. It does this. The country grinds to a halt, doesn't it? And we get a bit of snow, or even frost even. But I predict we're going to have a very cold winter this year. That's my toygnostication. Anyway, right, so she follows the track, and for some reason she just stands there looking in the wrong direction. And I thought, man, why are you looking over there towards the tent? You can see that's where they've taken him, obviously. But seemed to twig for quite a while. But then she does, and she's about to look in. Or she might even look in. I think she does look in, but we don't see what she sees. But she's obviously shocked. But then so she hears Paul, and he's on the it's like I think it's a slide or a climbing frame or something. That's a climbing frame, isn't it? He's on that climbing frame saying he's stuck. Mummy, I'm stuck. I bloody hate kids. So she's climbing up the ladder to help him. It's all icy and slippery, and he's moving away from her. Look on his face. Look, bloody butter wouldn't melt in his mouth. God, bloody hate kid. And she keeps slipping, and then she does slip and fall, and then we get a nice gore effect. There we go. She breaks her leg. So for the rest of the film, she's running around. Well, not running around, but limping around with a broken leg. So she's not well. So she falls off, and she's in the snow. And then I think Casey finds her. There we go. Mommy. See, so that Casey's still a kid at heart, even though she's all grown up. I think she's supposed to be about 16-ish. But so she helps her into the greenhouse for some reason. But she barricades them in. So like I said, she knows that there's something up with the kids. It's the kids that's doing all this stuff. So she barricades them in, and she tells her to be quiet. And anyway, she splints up the broken leg. Climbing frames are bloody dangerous things. Yes, they are. But kids want you can't put them in wrap them in cotton wool. Got to let them. Says me. You got to let them go out and do things. And hurt themselves. Anyway, we're seeing there's lots of things that the kids could use to hurt people with in this shed. Greenhouse. But anyway, she's splintered up the leg, and she's obviously in a lot of pain. She wrapped something round it. But then the kids start throwing stones at her. See, they're in the house, hearing all this commotion. And little Paulie comes in, and Mummy, and he's going to get them. They come running out, and there's Leah. Oh, she's in the Leah's in the tent, the yellow tent. You see, she's got blood all over her, and we're not going to find out why. It doesn't help that the older kids always break bottles under them. Oh right, not round by us, they didn't. But anyway, you must have lived in a rough area. Anyway. So we see that there's Robbie's body under a sheet. So they've covered him up at least. And Chloe goes in to see what's happening. And she uncovers the thing, and we see that he's still alive. We see in a minute because we see remember the bloody, blood covered doll. One of the, I presume it's Leah, has cut open Robbie's gut and inserted the doll. Are they going to show it? Have I missed it? It does show it. Bear with me. No, don't show it. It must be quick. It must be quick. Hang on, too far. There we go. She's cut him open. You see all his guts and stuff there, and just shoved the doll in. But then he wakes up. There we go. Ah! And she's like, ah! And then he dies for good this time. But then they start attacking the tent with the sharp implements. Paul is trying to get what's the face? I forgot her name already. Elaine. But there goes it. Seen lots of things to hurt people with. Here he comes with it. I think he's got a pair of scissors, and he's about to stab Elaine, but he gets pushed out of the way. There we go, by Casey. There we go. He gets shoved out of the way. Take note of that shard of glass that's just been broken. But anyway, Casey's trapped now. Where she shoved him, like a big, some shells fell over onto her, so she's trapped. And and Paul is about to stab her in the face. There we go with the scissors. Oh, see, I've gone too far. Look. It all happens really quick. There he goes, about to stab her in the face, but Elaine grabs hold of him with his coat. There we go, just pulls him backwards onto that big shard of glass. So they've killed one of their kids, killed their own son. Blimey. So obviously she's not very happy about that. But there we go. No, oh God. Here comes Jonah. Obviously he's Paulie's dad. So they're all like, what's going on? Oh! And so anyway, so go inside. They're all sad, obviously. And Casey's trying to say, she had no choice. He was going to stab me in the face. And nobody really believes what's going on. And Chloe comes in, saying, how could you kill your own baby? You're monstrous. You're worse than mother. But anyway, so I think then Chloe goes off, I think, or she wants to go off, looking for the kids. Casey's trying to stop her. Jonah throws her to the ground. And off she goes, looking for the kids, looking for Leah and Nikki. Miranda's gone upstairs. And Jonah's going to go and get Miranda, because he wants to get out of there. There she is. She's not looking well, getting all dark round her eyes now. Right, so Chloe's looking for Nikki and Leah, and obviously she finds them eventually. There's Jonah's gone after her, and she's blaming Casey. She's saying it was Casey. She was out there with Robbie. She's all done all this. She made Laney kill Paulie. But obviously that's not what happened. But she's off looking. I think Jonah's gone back to the house. I think he heads back. But there's Miranda pretending to be all nice. There we see the splint. Anyway, so here we go. She finds Leah, and then Nikki arrives, and they basically they get their own mother. Nikki starts pulling her earring out, and Leah's found a pencil. Remember earlier on we saw Leah using a makeup pencil on her eyes. She uses that on her in a minute. Lane is thinking about Minecrafting herself with this sharp knife, because as Casey goes upstairs to check on Miranda, and we see Miranda's gone crazy. I don't even know. I'm not really sure what she's doing. She's just like making weird noises, and then she breaks this. I think it's a phone. I think there's another one there that's broken. So she's breaking the phones in the house, so they can't call for help. I think that's what they're doing. That's what she's doing. And then we hear some more screams. There we go. Leah's going to pick up this pencil, and she's going to get her mother. There we see Nikki's pulling on the earring. And now she's going to get a makeup pencil in the eye. She's about to Minecraft herself. But here it comes. Here it comes. Good effect, I must admit. It was a good prosthetic head or eye or whatever they use. There we go. Well, she's about to do that, but then gets distracted because Jonah's come back. He goes in, and we hear this commotion upstairs, and we see that there we go. The Casey's on top of Miranda, seemingly throttling her. We don't know really what happened. We imagine Miranda launched herself at Casey, and obviously Casey being bigger, overpowered her. But anyway, Robbie comes and get off her. If you touch her again, I'll kill you, and all that stuff. So he's wanting to get out of there. Is Jonah with his daughter Miranda, but he just goes down and says, Casey was hurting me. The kids, I hate them. And there was a deleted scene here. This is where the deleted scene where they found the cat. That was here, where Casey found the dead cat. I think it was around about here. It was in the house, and it had obviously been killed. But then I think this scene was after. But anyway, so he's going. He's Joan. He's had enough, and but here comes Miranda, and she just pulls out the splints for some reason. Oh, I've missed it. Look, be nice to Leah and Nikki, and then look, she just pulls out. Don't know why. Look, she just pulls them out, but she doesn't do it. I thought she was going to stab her with them or whatever, or stab Jonah with them, but we don't see him again. I don't think. She just pulls them out, and so off they go. There you go. Why? She stops the door from closing properly. There's Miranda as they go out. They head to the garage, where I presume this is one of Robbie's cars, because remember they arrived in a clapped out old Volvo, and this is one of Robbie's cars. So they're leaving, they're out of there. Off they go. Casey's locked in the room upstairs, by the way. Jonah locked her in that room, so she's stuck in there. Meanwhile, back in the woods, Nick is standing on his mother's hand. I think she passes away here because she's like twitching. Oh, pardon me, burp. She's twitching and all that, and then she just stops twitching. So they killed the mother, and then they're kind of giggling about it. And then we see some snow falling, covering up the red of the blood. Right, so she's still trapped in that room. She sees Leah and Nikki outside, and she's trying to break her way out the door. I mean, it doesn't look that strong, that door, but it takes some breaking. But she can't get out. Elaine is going to try and help her, but obviously she can't move very well. She's got a broken leg. And she notices the door's open, but she managed to get to it and shut it. But there's a cat flap in the door. Is it going to show us? In a minute, she gets to the door. She just managed to close it, but there's a cat flap in it. That looks like it stings, doesn't it? Yes, cat flap fever, says Wingrace. Now they've got in. It did show the cat flap. It did set up that there's a cat flap, but it obviously skipped over it. But anyway, so they've got in through the cat flap because they're only little of these kids. And it's quite a big cat flap, to be honest. It's more like a doggy flap. But anyway, so she's dragging herself upstairs to try and get Casey out of this room. I don't know which. It must be Nikki's room because it's got an N on it. And it's got all like boys stuff in it, like a space shuttle and stuff. It must be Nikki's room. But she's dragging herself up the stairs. She's saying, "Be quiet, because they might be in the house." And then she knocks over a noisy toy. And then suddenly they're there. She's got a poker or something, a sharp poker there, because she's pointing that at him, saying, "Don't don't come any closer. But she says, I can't do it. I can't hurt these little angelic kids. So they're about to get her. So the case is freaking out. She starts smashing the door open. But they're going to get her. We see that Nicky's holding his mother's earring that's still got a bit of her ear stuck to it. And she does see it. She does notice it because it does a close-up. Eventually. But she says, oh, I can't do it. So she smashes her way through the door just as they're about to kill her. Look, they're getting ready. Look, she's got, what's the face? Hang on, let's go back again. Because there we go. Leah's got a little stick figure that she's made. Very Blair Witch. She's got this little stick figure. And I presume she's going to do what she did to her dad. Because she puts it on Laney's stomach. And then she's got a knife. And I presume she's going to cut open Laney's stomach and stick this inside her. I don't know why. I don't know why she decided to do that. It doesn't really explain it. But it looks like that's what she's going to do. Anyway, let's say Casey breaks through the door just as she's about to do that. Casey breaks through the door just as they're about to cut into Elaine, and she grabs hold of Nicky and pulls him down onto this sharp bit of wood there. There we go, and kills another kid. Tell you, everybody's dying in this film. Bloody grown-ups and kids and everybody. There's another kid down. Poor Nicky. She's going to go for Leah as well. There we go. She's got a knife. She's going to kill Leah. And she says, no, don't. And they get out. They leave Leah there. Yes, it's very festive. Very festive. But they get out and they get into the good old Volvo. Off it goes. Good cars, Volvos. Rust buckets, though. I've had two Volvos. A 343DL and a 345DL. Really nice cars, not like that. I think that's a 740, isn't it? Really nice cars, but rusty. Probably not now if you got one now, but back in the day, the early 80s, there were rust buckets. Anyway, that's by the by. So they're heading out. Remember, they think that Joan has abandoned them. So she's talking about that. How could he leave us? And she says, I told you we're a knob. But they're leaving. Everybody's dead out the inside, apart from Leah. But off they go into the woods. There we go. And but they come across the car. There we go. The car that Jonah were in. So it's crashed into a tree. So she's going to go check it out. And she finds Jonah. We see that. Hang on, I'm going to show it. We see that obviously it's crashed into the tree. Somebody's gone through the windscreen, probably, maybe. I don't know. I think that's what's supposed to have happened. And there's no sign of him. But then she finds him. There's like a convenient pile of snow there for some reason. I don't know why. And Jonah's under there. And I think he's still alive. She sees blood appearing on the snow. And he's there, look. And I think he's alive. I'm not sure. Or is it just the wind blowing stuff? I don't know. But anyway, whatever. But as she's looking there, all shocked, here comes Miranda with what our American friends call a tyre iron. We call them wheel braces, don't we? But she's coming at her with that, running. But Elaine's got to make a decision, so she puts the car in gear and just drives straight at her own daughter and smashes into her. Didn't really hit a kid. It was a stunt actress. And a dummy. So there we go. So she's there we go. So that's the end of Miranda. Splattered. Anyway. So I was like, oh no, what's going on? But then we see there's other kids knocking about. She throws up, by the way. There's Casey, which is a clue in it. Because remember, although she's supposed to be 16, essentially still a kid. And we saw that the younger kids got affected first. So she throws up. Same sort of colour as well as the other throwing up that we saw earlier on. She'd slipped on some in the woods when she went looking for the kids, like Leah and all that. Earlier on, she slipped on some in the woods. So it's like a light coloured vomit. and she's throwing that up. There you go, like that. Ew. But so we see that. So she's infected. Is she gonna, is it gonna start affecting her? But then she sees another kid, a little ruffian there, standing there in the woods, and then we see some others arrive. There you go, some more. And I think I'm not. I don't know if it's. I don't know, but I think her friend Lucy and whoever Lucy were going to be with, maybe one of these. I don't know. But this kind of suggests that it wasn't just. I said I thought it was something to do with Jonah and his Chinese medicine. So maybe it isn't. Something to do with that. Maybe there's something in the air or whatever. It doesn't tell us, and there's nothing on the radio or anything that gives any clues. But they all seem to be affected, don't they? Yes, Windgrace. That sounds like Picard season 3. I was thinking that when I was watching it. I was thinking Windgrace on mention, like what happened with the Borg, wasn't it? Picard season 3. If you're under 25, you got affected. This is a similar thing. If you're a kid, you get affected by this. They'll call it a virus, whatever it is, bacteria, spores. I don't know. But they're all standing there watching, and she's like, ah. So she's good to get in the car, and she'd seen her throw up a delay, and so she'd locked the door, and she won't let her in at first, but then she does. She just let her in. So the drive off. I think the reverse of her kid here. It doesn't show us, but there we see the look on her face as she reverses. I think they run over one of the kids. I think they'd run one of the kids over there. They could change the title to County of the Damned. Yes, Warwickshire of the Damned. I think it was Warwickshire, did I say? Yes, Warwickshire. Anyway. So they drive away, and they're driving away. And there were an alternate ending where it showed them. It saw like as they were driving away, you got like a close up on Casey, as though she was starting to be affected, and then it cut away to you seeing lots of these kids in the woods, and then ending on Leah, who we're going to see in a minute. But they've changed it round. There we go. They've changed it round. They've put Leah there, just like staring blankly into space. But anyway, they carry on driving, and then we see that she's just like staring as though is she maybe she's just in shock, or is she going to start changing? I don't know. And is she going to attack Elaine? Who knows? Because the film ends there. The film ends there. But I really like that film. I think it's really, really good. Quest says, I always prefer an ending where everyone dies. Yes. And I think that's what's going to happen here. It's a good. Can you imagine a sequel where all the children in the world are being affected by it, and they're all killing everybody, all killing the adults. 1 hour in and out. It's not a long film. Like I say, I've obviously glossed over a lot of stuff. What is it? 1 hour and 24 minutes. But I really like this film. I think it's a good little horror film, a low budget British horror film. And they did well. I don't know what the budget for it was. I imagine like $1 million or $2 million. See if it says. I will type it in and see. The Children 2008 budget. See if it tells us. Low budget. It doesn't say. Just says it's a low budget film. So I don't know what the budget. It won't have been very much. It doesn't say on Wikipedia what its budget was. I really enjoy it. I think it's a good film. Still not as terrifying as Real Children. Hayek. No, that hate kids are horrible. But yeah, I really enjoy that film. I think it's a good little horror flick, a festive horror flick, because it's set at Christmas, where all the kids end up being forced to kill the kids before the kids kill them. Directed by hang on, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Directed by Tom Shankland, who did a film called W Delta Z, or Z, as you say in America. That was a film about, not kids, but like hoodies, like going on a bloodthirsty rampage, which I've seen it once. It was okay, it wasn't too bad. But it's W, then the Delta sign, and then Z. But I always think was, but it's W Delta Z. And he's done. He's gone on to direct like some high-profile stuff. This was his last film he did, in 2008. But he's gone on to do stuff like Iron Fist and The Punisher, for Marvel, and House of Guinness, for that Netflix thing. Directed episodes of that, so he's moved from movies to TV. But I'd like to see him do another film, because I really like this one. So there we go. So that's it for The Children. As I said, it reminds me of a James Herbert story, where it's just all the kids just go insane for no real reason. I imagine in a James Herbert book they'd have some microbiologist as the hero working out what's going on, wouldn't they? With a plucky sidekick. But anyway. Right, so maybe he can work for the new Warner Brothers Netflix demon. Yeah. Yes, looks like that's going through, doesn't it? Netflix and Warner Brothers. We'll see. It's got to go through government oversight or whatever, hasn't it? They've got to get the go-ahead from the government before that. But it probably will. Anywho, right, so, yes, so go and watch The Children. As I said, it's on Netflix. It's on YouTube for free. I've put the link in the description. You can watch it on there. It's also on Amazon and all them as well, if you want to rent or buy it. But you can watch it for note on YouTube. And it's worth a look. It is worth a look. I really enjoy it. A nice little British horror flick. Preemptive F in the chat for HBO Max. Great stream. Good to see you all again. It's good to see you, Quest. I just caught the back end of you on the stream yesterday, didn't I? Jay's old thing. Sidetrek. Just caught the back end of you on there, didn't I? Anywho, we'll leave it there. A quick one today, because it's a short film and there's a lot of it. There's a lot of talking in it, so I could gloss over all that. I just want to get to the action and the kids killing people. But some good dialogue in it. Yes, the Sidetrek Stargate Round Table. Yes, which I missed. But anywho, right, what's coming up next? We're on Friday. I don't know if I'll do anything Sunday. Might do, don't know, we'll see. Monday, for Magnificent Mondays, sticking with Christmas, we're doing White Christmas. There we go. And Bing Crosby and Danny. Oh, the burping. And Danny Kaye. So that should be fun. And next week's Friday night appointment with Fear. Hang on. I'm doing stuff. Hang on. Is Rare Exports, which I don't have a physical copy of, because it's really expensive. But I have bought it, 'cause it says there, look, on Amazon. So it's another good one, a Finnish horror film, which is a lot of fun. Although it's another one with kids in it. The main kid in it is kind of annoying, but it is a decent flick. So that's next Friday. Quest says, is there no movie called Red Christmas? I imagine there is, probably. I bet there is. Let's have a look. Red Christmas movie. I bet there is. Yep. Yes, there is. When did it come out? 2016. Red Christmas is a 2016 Australian horror film written, directed and produced by Craig Anderson. Starring Dee Wallace. So I'll have to look for that. I don't know if it's on Shudder. because I subscribe to Shudder. I'll look that up. Yes, so there is. Yes, there is. Winggrass says there was a rock movie last year that was Red something. I have no idea. Oh, The Rock. You mean the not a yes. There was The Rock movie. Yeah, I can't remember what it was called, but yeah. Anywho, we'll leave it there. Done and dusted. In and out, like I said, like Winggrace said, in an hour, just over. So, J.K. Simmons a Santa. Yes, it does. It rings a bell. It does. It ring a bell. And I haven't seen it, but yeah. Anywho, right. So, thanks, Winggrace and Quest and Justin, who for the $5 super chat, and Quest for the £5 super chat. Hugely appreciated. That's £10. Do I have anybody else pop in? No, just Justin and Quest and Winggrace. I think that's it. Thank you to Michael for rejoining as a member. Let's check on Rumble, make sure we've no chats there. No, we haven't. And I don't know if Twitch is working, but anyway. Quest says he can smell what the Rock is cooking. He always leaves it floating out. I gained £20 today, not financially. I think I've put weight on. I've been losing weight recently, a steady decline, because I'm on some medication that helps me lose weight. But I think I've been putting weight on recently. I haven't weighed myself for a few weeks, and I daren't, because I know it'll have gone up. But anyway. But never mind, after Christmas, get Christmas out of the way, then worry about my weight after that. Right, so we'll leave it there. So thanks for watching, and wherever you are, look after each other, and until next time, I'm going to sort myself out. Where are we? There we go. And until next time, I'll say I'm sure I've forgotten something. I know I say it every time, but I'm sure I've forgotten something. Like and subscribe and all that stuff. Yeah. See ya.